together for that long of a time because the tie was in Australia. So we had pretty much like 2 weeks together. But you know, it was just a lot of fun, a lot of instances where the Australian media really did a good job in making it fun for us out there, and so it all, and we won the tie, so that's a bonus of making everyone really like each other.
What does the Aussie media do?
They did some games. They did some competitions through the first couple days before USA versus Australia. I think they do a really good job. I mean, you see it during the Australian Open, they do a really good job.
When was that tie, Coco?
2 years ago?
2 years ago.
So Coco, despite it being 2 sets victory, very competitive, no one was broken into the 9th game or the 7th set. So how would you gauge this game as very competitive?
I think it was a high quality match for both players. I mean, it was definitely a really tight 2-set match. It was fun to play. It was fun to kind of play a friend and to have an All-American final. It was enjoyable. Not so much enjoyable losing, but you know, it was a high quality match, and that's all you can ask for from yourself is to, you know, try the best you can to the best of your abilities.
Coco, what do you think was the difference between the two? It's a very slim margin, very easily could be you sitting there as a winner given the quality. So what do you think kind of turned it?
Well, without looking at the stats, I mean, what I felt is, for me in the first set especially, I was putting the most pressure on her service games. I had a few break points, I think 3 or 4 break points, and I want to say at least 3 of them were second serves. And she came up with really good shots off of those second serves, but you know, if you look back and coulda, woulda, shoulda, and you're going to drive yourself crazy. But I think, you know, it's tennis is a game of millimeters, centimeters, whatever you want to call it. It's, you know, I looked at the end and I think it was 72 points to 68. So there you go. That's how close it was.
How did you feel coming into the match? Were you more nervous than a typical match? I mean, did you feel kind of the occasion of a final?
No, I mean, I wasn't any more nervous, just because it was a final. I was feeling good. Good warm up with my doubles partner Abby, and like I've been doing all week, and you know, I felt fine. I felt fresh, ready to go to play 2 matches today.
Could you talk a little bit about Madison's groundies, powerful off both wins? Could you, in terms of the tour as a whole, how does that compare to some of the better ground strokes in the tour?
I don't think there's really any way to compare any one player to another. I think that's what's so great about the women's tour is we all have a lot of different things that we can do well. Say I have a little bit more variety than some other players with a slice backhand. I can come into the net. I have powerful ground strokes, but they're a little bit different than Maddie's. Maddie's goes through the court more, where I go up and a little bit more topspin. But you know, I don't think it's fair to compare to other players because everyone's really good in their own right.
When Pat came down, he said that you checked off a lot of boxes about I don't know stuff throughout the week, and just wondering like kind of what he was referring to in terms of what you think you did well, or you know, coming into the tournament.
Yes, I mean we made a list when we were in San Diego of things that I wanted to do well this week, and that's what he was talking about. It was like a list of 10 things, and to try and accomplish those through each and every match if I could, if it arose. And I think he was right. You know, I mean, to kind of put it into perspective after losing a first set, to be like, you're still doing things well. You're in such a tunnel that your snap out's like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I have been doing things well. I mean, it was a good set. I could have won it, but I ended up losing it. So, as is tennis, there's one winner, one loser at every point in every tournament.
On court, you talked about how this tournament is so accessible. Could you just say 1 or 2 other things that you love about this tournament or the area?
I really enjoy, well, usually I enjoy the hotel, but there's been crazy construction there, so I'm not enjoying it too much. But I enjoy the restaurants in the little, I guess you can consider it a downtown of Palo Alto. I know a few people that have gone to school here, and I asked them for a few recommendations as restaurants and things like that, because I guess I'm a little bit of a foodie. I like to venture out and try kind of the local spots of different places, mainly just because I like food. So
You have a little bit of UCLA roots. Was Stanford ever the bad guy when you were growing up? Or?
my aunt actually went to Stanford.
Any more questions?
Thanks.
Great.